What is up, guys, and welcome back. So here we have School 2, every single gap location available in this area. Please check the description for shortcuts to the individual gaps, and sometimes there are a couple of runs, as well as a playlist there that has all the stages with all the gaps in the entire game, helping with the Gap Master Trophy. Okay, first one off is going to be the roof. Want to give a shout out to Dusty Lewis Williams. Asked me to give him a shout, so I hope you're doing well, buddy. Thanks for the support, much appreciated. See, on this area up here, there's a couple more things you can do, but because of the way I've engineered the guide, I have to use the shortcuts. So if somebody else jumps straight to that one, then it starts from the beginning, and then they know where it comes from. Drop out roof gap, right there, and rock the bells at the start of that as well. Then we're going to have TC's roof gap and wheeling TC's roof gap. So TC's gap is going to be the two prefabs ahead of us right now. There's a couple of other ones in this area, but like I said, we'll get back to this. First, we're going to go for the TC roof at least. So that is TC's roof gap. And then one more time from this side, if you manual, then you'll get the two-wheeling TC's roof gap. Awesome. Okay, next up is going to be the 3 points. Sorry, looks like I left a loading screen in there, but I have to change all of the shortcuts if I edited that out. Nah, we'll deal with it. Okay, this is going to be inside the Gymnasium. Now remember, you have to grind the Opunsezmee rail, which is right over here, before the timer gets to 1 minute 41, at least 1 minute 41, as the bell rings. Then these doors are going to open. And once we're inside, there's a whole lot of stuff to do in here. Not much this side, but in the pool area, there's lots. In the end, just have to go from one ramp to the other. And while you're here, you can try and grind the top of the backboard for the basketball net. You'll get another one for that. This one is going to be doing a lip right over here. A lip trick at least. Next up is going to be the Awning Hop. And that is going to be... I think it is from... yeah, just getting onto this green awning above us here. I like to use the lockers here on the right. There's probably a million ways you can get up there though. Oh, guess I'm not going that way. Sorry, this is the awning. Fair enough. That's the awning gap. Next up is going to be the Backboard Dance. This is what I was saying. We're going to go back to the Gymnasium. Because of the shortcuts I've got in the description, I have to show from the beginning, and I like to show from the beginning anyway. Maybe people aren't as familiar with the stages. So in the end, I aimed for the... I showed you the failed attempt there. I'm aiming for hitting the blue screen flat on, and then you drop down. Seems to be the best way. I got it there. But you could also just go straight to it if you wanted to. Okay, this is the balcony to awning. This one was a bit tricky. Eventually got there, just lined it up. And you can grind it. You don't have to actually land on it, as I do right here. Okay, the leap of faith is probably you've done something a million times. Simply launch over here, and you're golden. Then bank to ledge. Let's see where this takes us. Can't remember it. There's so many names of gaps that are so familiar, or so similar at least. It's difficult to remember which ones. So from that launch pad up onto that ledge, there you go. Or from the bank to the ledge at least. Okay, 13, 14 and 15. Table transfer, gym rail. Here's the transfer right there. I didn't actually go on the tables, but those are the tables you must do it on. And then those two rails is another one. Gym to rail. Gym rail to rail at least. And over here there's quite a few things in this area. And that's Bendy's curb. And we will come back to this and do a lot of other ones in this area. First, we're going to go look for the big Rancho Bench. Big Rancho Bench Gap. This is quite difficult actually. You've got to kind of make sure you push grind and then get to the other side without hitting the roof too hard. And there you go. Big Rancho Bench Gap done and dusted. Mad Skeelz roof gap. This is going to be onto the roof, I think, with the flags over here, but I'm not going to speak too soon. Yeah. We're going to launch up here. Again, there's a whole lot of things you can do up here. Grind the flag over here as well as you land on this side, and you'll get another one. And then we're going to do one more over here, down the stairs. Carlsbad 11 set. And we'll come back here in a second. Oh no, we're going to stay right here. Now we just got to launch over the grass on the right. And that is going to be another gap. Right there. Carlsbad gap. Awesome. Now we've got the crazy roof gap. So there's rock the bells again in case you missed it the first time. And this is going to be the dropout. Dropout roof gap onto the rail. Then onto the next roof. That's the crazy roof gap. And we're going to come back there in a second for something else. But like I said before, we got to use the shortcuts in the description so people know where to go. Okay, so this is over the wall and down the bank. So we're going to go back up here and again try and grind the flagpole here to get yourself another one. But for this particular one, we have to go over the wall. But there's one for going over the wall and there's another one for going all the way over. So if you go from here and launch and land on the downslope, then you're going to get and down the bank as well. Flying the flag. Now this is what I've been saying to do the whole time, is to grind the flag on top of the roof over here. Then we're going to head to the swimming pool. So grind the flag here and you're good to go. Okay, so we're going to go into the gym again, grinding the Opunsezmee rail I showed at the beginning. Before the timer gets to 140, as the bell rings, that's going to open. Once we're in here, there are actually 4 you can do in here. Those starting blocks directly ahead of me there, do a lip trick on that. We're going to come back to it later, but you might as well do it while you're here. So there's going to be 3. One for the lower gap, well sorry, the high dive extension first. Then there's going to be another one for the middle gap, or the middle extension, and then one for the lower extension. That is the middle one right there. Mid squid, and then the little guppy. Sorted. Okay, planter on planter, I think this is. Let's have a look here. Yep, right there. Planter on edge. That's a good one. Okay, where are we going next? We're going to the roll call nightmare rail and huge transfer. That was the roll call nightmare rail. Sorry, I just did it. And then the huge transfer is going to be, I thought it was this one to that one, but it is not. It's actually those 2 quarter pipes there against the wall. So we're going to get a run up over here. And we're going to launch lacquer through this. Hope everyone's doing fantastic this week. Be pumping out these guides all week until all the gaps are done. Then I want to do Officer Dick. And then do probably live streams for the insane scores and the 10 million combos and that kind of thing without using the game mods. Okay, so this is actually the Opunsezmee rail I was talking about earlier. Grind this as the bell rings before 140, 141, and you're golden. Overhang air. This is going to be outside the gym, I think it is. So there's actually one to grind this awning and as well as ollie over it like this. You can do both at the same time right there. And this is the overhang stomp. Probably could have put these 2 together, but like I was saying, if somebody who doesn't know where the stomp is, they're going to go to the description and I'm going to start them in the middle of the stage. They're not going to know what's cutting. So I'm not sure if you have to actually go from the rail to the awning, but you can do both just to be sure. Pole stomp and pole to bricks and Bendy's curb. Now Bendy's curb we did already, but it's on the road to the pole bricks. We'll have a look here, pole to bricks. So you have to knock over the basketball hoop first. So grindy, 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 launch into the hoop. Knocks it down, and then do the same thing again. Now we'll do the same thing again, but this time we're going to grind the Bendy's curb, and then ollie onto the broken pole right there. And then pole to bricks, sorry. Then you have to go onto the next one over there as well to get pole to bricks. Make sense? Then we're going to swing around and do a manual along Bendy's curb, which gives you Bendy's flat. Awesome. Okay, rack them up. Where is this going to take us? I cannot remember. Probably, yes, okay. So this has to be done on those 2 rails in front of us here. From this one to this one, and that's the rack 'em up. Sauteed. Almost there. This is the roll call Gons rail. And I think it's got a particular name like that for a reason, but I can't find out what it was actually about. But we're going to go around the corner here and use this kicker ramp and launch onto it. There it is. Okay, stage rail to rail. This is in the secret area, so to speak. No, that's this area right here. So you have to eventually go, I found out, the flat one, the straight one to the straight one, and you get the stage rail to rail right there. Sorted. Starting blocks extension. Now this is back in the gym, in the pool area, what I was saying before. But just showing it in a separate clip. So I probably recorded it hours after the first ones. Sometimes I use the text guide, but I did find most of them on my own. But some are just ridiculous. There we go, starting block extension. Sorted. Okay, suicidal roof gap. Now we're going to have to go back up here, rocking them bells again. And get all these ones again. Then we're going to launch from the far roof to TC's roof. And that's going to give us the suicidal roof gap. So not that way, we're going to come back this way. Then I realized, nah, it's probably better to go a little bit around the corner here. Turn around and you're good as gold. Sorted. Okay, kick it to hook. Now this is inside the secret area. This took a couple of attempts, but there's a couple of tips I can give you as well. Get you this one. Quick stickles. We want to go up onto the roof first. Just making it that time. And then from here, we're going to launch to the left. There's a kicker ramp. Just over there. We're going to launch from there onto the yellow rail. Well, I don't know if it's yellow, but get some speed. And what I aim to do here is aim for the long section of the rail going straight ahead. It's much easier to hit that than it is to try and hit the corner. That says challenge is complete, but not just yet. Okay, ledge on ledge. Let's see where this takes us. Doing our leap of faith again. Oh yeah, so this one you have to launch. Oh no, you have to just manual across here. Across the actual bench. There we go, ledge on ledge, done. So that's it guys, done and dusted. 42 gaps in total on this one. Remember, if you're having trouble with any trophies, you can email me from the description and I can help you get those tricky trophies and the tricky platinums as well. So like I always say guys, if you're enjoying the content, pretty please smash that like button, and if you really are, then subscribe. So thanks for watching guys, and I want to catch you on the next one.